Where are we going?
We're making some potatoes, and I forgot that I have a garden that now has herbs in it that have grown back. So we're going to get some herbs.
Let's go.
All right, parsley. I'll do some of this rosemary.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just do parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme so we can just say we did.
Sure.
I
I don't recognize this.
That was basil. That doesn't come back apparently.
I guess not.
Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. All right, so before you can learn how to make Hasselhoff potatoes, you have to learn how to make Hasselback potatoes. Cut that out. First step, we're going to wash the potatoes, which I've already done. And next, we need to make a bunch of like little cuts, almost like 2/3 of the way through the potato. So I took a skewer, and you can see I'm like 2/3 of the way through. And the reason I did that is because of this. I will now show you. So this skewer is going to stop my knife from cutting all the way through. So here we go. We're going to go insert a sharp knife.
It works for left-handed people and right-handed people.
Yeah, you don't have to have a left-handed grill to make these. Being left-handed is just the worst. I've been left-handed my whole life.
Have you thought about stopping?
I have honestly tried. We have our potatoes ready to go here, and they're all sliced up, so that's going to be pretty cool. Try to get as thin as you can on these. And next I'm going to get the herbs ready, so I don't need as much as I picked, but you go ahead and pull some of the leaves off of this rosemary. Are these called rosemary leaves? Probably not.
Sprigs.
Sprigs?
Yeah.
All right, and I'm taking the things off of them. Thyme here. And our sage. Sage smells so good. Yeah. Leaves of parsley here. That looks like plenty there, so I'm just going to go ahead and give it a quick chop. All right, so we got our herbs, and now we're going to do some of this garlic. We'll get 5 or 6 really good cloves, mince them up. See that move?
That's a great sound.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Palm. Gets them all out. You ever seen that before?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that exciting. I was like, maybe I just did something interesting. No, I don't think so.
It's still impressive, but I have seen it before.
I got my cloves, and I'll just try to chop these up real good. All right, so I've got my garlic chopped, I've got my herbs chopped, and now I'm just gonna, to keep this easy, I'm gonna go garlic in to the oil. This is like 6 or 8 tablespoons.
What kind of oil?
Olive.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. So I'm just gonna keep this easy. Dump it all in, and the egg is indirect heat today, so cooking with the plate setter in, and I have a cast iron skillet. This is the Big Green Egg cast iron skillet, but whatever you can fit in there and also close the lid will work. And I'm just gonna go ahead and dump in our herbs and oil, and those things are sizzling and smelling really good already. Then next up, we're just gonna go in with the potatoes. And before we shut the lid, now that this the herbs and garlic have been toasting in the oil, I'm going to spoon some of this oil up on top. My left hand is killing you again.
It's okay.
Here, I'll give you a better shot here. And now I'm gonna let it ride for 30 minutes before we do anything. We'll baste it, and then we'll come back and let it ride again. And that's it for now. All right, y'all, so we're 30 minutes in. We're sitting 375-ish on the grill, 400, and we're gonna take a peek, see how things are looking. And this is cool. The potatoes kind of starting to open up a little bit, but we are going to baste again. I want this oil and the herbs just all inside of there. All right, so basted it again, and now I'm gonna keep an eye on it, but I think they'll be able to go about another 30 minutes. Usually takes about an hour to cook a potato, so here we go. All right, so the potatoes have been on for an hour, and we're gonna check on them and probably baste them again. I don't think they're quite done, but they're starting to look really good. They're crisping up a little bit, if you can see some of that. But yeah, I think they're about there. We'll probably give them another 15 minutes or so. But I'm gonna go ahead and do one last baste here. All right, so they've been on for an hour and 15 minutes, and they look done and really tasty to me. So we've basted them 3 times, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull them off. And they feel nice and cooked through. And there they are. But since they're done, let's go ahead and finish it with some of this finishing salt that's like really big, thick flakes. And we'll just go ahead and throw a few of those guys on there. A little saltiness. And there they are. The Hasselback potato. So, I'm sure they're really hot, but I'm going to go ahead and try it out. So, we can come in here and just peel one out like a potato chip. Super good.
And hot.
Very, very hot. But a fun way to do a potato. I like to try to cook as much stuff for the meal as I can on the Big Green Egg when I'm cooking, just because you don't have to do it in the kitchen and don't make a mess inside. And it's kind of fun to see what you can do outside. So here's a unique option for potatoes that you can do pretty easily with just a few ingredients. So I hope you enjoy.